My beloved child, don't be disheartened by how tough it can be to keep your focus on me. I see you struggling to stay aware of my presence, and I want you to know that your efforts do not go unnoticed. You aim high, reaching for a goal that's difficult to fully grasp in this life, and that's okay. I see your heart's desire to walk closely with me, and it delights me. I'm not expecting perfection, my child. What matters to me is that you keep striving, keep seeking, and keep turning your gaze toward me, even when it feels like you're not getting it quite right. I know there are times when you feel like you're failing, when distractions pull you away, and you catch yourself lost in thoughts far from me. But let's shift that perspective, shall we? Rather than letting those feelings of failure weigh you down, I want you to see yourself as I see you. You're precious to me, and every time you take a step toward me, no matter how small, it fills me with joy. Yes, my child, I'm pleased with you. I see the progress you've made, and it's a beautiful thing. You may not see it, but I do. I've been with you every step of the way, watching as you've grown in your desire to stay close to me. When your mind drifts, don't be shocked or dismayed. This world is full of distractions, some subtle, others blatant, and it's designed to pull you away from what matters most. But here's the thing, my child. Every time you recognize that drift and choose to come back to me, it's a victory. It's a moment worth celebrating. Each time you push through the noise, the worries, and the chaos to reconnect with me, you're not just surviving, you're triumphing. These aren't small victories in my eyes. They're shining moments of growth and strength, lighting up your days and bringing you closer to the life I've planned for you. I see you trying, and that effort is beautiful to me. You may not always notice the changes, but I do. You're learning, you're growing, and you're becoming more aware of my presence with every passing day. Don't underestimate the power of these small steps. It's in these moments of returning, again and again, that your relationship with me deepens. You're building something strong, something lasting, and I'm right here, guiding you through it all. Think of it like this. You're on a journey, and every time you take a step back toward me, it's like finding your way through a fog. The more you do it, the more familiar the path becomes. And over time, those distractions that once seemed so overwhelming will start to lose their power. You'll find it easier to return to me, and those moments of connection will grow sweeter and more frequent. So don't give up. Don't let those moments of wandering discourage you. Instead, see them as opportunities, chances to practice coming back to me, to deepen your trust, and to strengthen our bond. And remember, I'm not keeping a tally of your failures. I'm not sitting here with a scorecard, counting how many times your mind drifts away. No, I'm far more interested in the fact that you keep coming back. That's what matters to me. I see your heart, and I know your desire is to stay close to me. That desire, my child, is enough. It's a sign that you're on the right path, even if that path isn't always straight or smooth. The next time you find your thoughts wandering, don't be alarmed. Don't let it steal your peace. Instead, take a deep breath, acknowledge the distraction, and then gently guide your focus back to me. It's a practice, my child, and like any practice, it takes time. But with each return, you're learning something valuable. You're learning how to find me in the midst of the noise, how to hold on to me even when the world tries to pull you away. In those moments of reconnection, I want you to rejoice. Celebrate the tiny triumphs, because they're not tiny to me. They're milestones, markers of your journey with me. Each one is a reminder that you're growing, that you're learning, and that you're becoming more attuned to my presence. And as you continue on this journey, those moments will begin to light up your days, filling them with a deeper sense of peace and joy. I'm always here, always waiting for you to turn back to me, and every time you do, I'm ready to welcome you with open arms, no matter how far you've wandered or how long you've been away. You're my beloved child, and nothing can change that. So keep going, keep seeking, and keep returning to me. I'm here, and I'm so proud of the progress you've made. Let's keep walking this path together, one step at a time, with your hand in mine. My child, listen closely to me. When you open your heart to others, know that you are treading on sacred ground. You're not just having a conversation. You're stepping into a space where I am present, working through you. When someone bares their soul, it's not the time for casual remarks or just nodding along. It's a moment that calls for deep reverence, because I am right there with you, listening as you listen. So don't rely solely on your own understanding or quick judgments. Instead, ask my spirit to guide your thoughts, to shape your words, and to fill your heart with my love. This isn't something you can do on your own, my child. It requires surrendering your mind and your emotions to me, so that I can work through you in ways you might not even see. When you lean on me, something miraculous happens. My life flows through you. Imagine a river that never runs dry, always full and always moving. That's what it's like when my spirit takes over. You become a channel for my living water, and what you offer to others isn't just your own ideas or comfort. It's something far deeper, far richer. My love, joy, and peace will spill out of you and into their lives, refreshing their weary hearts in ways they might not have expected. Without me, my child, you'd be offering dry crumbs, thoughts that might make sense on the surface but lack true nourishment. But with me, you're offering them the bread of life, the very essence of who I am. My presence within you is real. It's not just a comforting thought or a nice idea. It's the truth of who you are now, alive in me because I am alive in you. My spirit isn't a distant force or an occasional visitor. He's right there, closer than your breath, ready to help you in every moment. When you listen to others, let your first instinct be to turn to me. Ask me to give you the wisdom to know what to say or even when to stay silent. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply to be present, to listen with your heart open to what I might be saying through the other person's words, or even in the spaces between them. Don't worry about finding the perfect response. I know that sometimes you feel pressure to say the right thing, to offer advice or comfort that will make everything better. But that's not your job, my child. It's mine. Your job is to be a vessel, to let my spirit move through you. Trust that when you're listening to me, I'll give you what you need in the moment. It might be a word of encouragement, a gentle reminder of my promises, or even just the gift of silence. Whatever it is, know that it will be enough, because it's coming from me, not just from you. And when it's from me, it has the power to heal, to restore, and to bring life. Stay connected to me, even when the conversation is challenging, when emotions run high, or when you feel like you're in over your head. I am your anchor in those moments, steady and sure. When you feel lost, turn inward to my spirit, and I'll guide you. You don't have to have all the answers, and you don't need to fix everything. What you do need is to remain in me, to let my spirit lead the way. The more you practice this, the more natural it will become. It's like learning to dance, my child. At first you might feel awkward, but soon you'll find your rhythm with me, and it will become a beautiful, effortless flow. Be patient with yourself, my child. You won't get it perfect every time, and that's okay. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for willingness to listen, to be led, and to let go of your own need to control the outcome. There will be times when you look back and think you could have said or done something differently. Bring those moments to me. Let's talk about them, and I'll show you what you can learn from them. But don't dwell on them or let them discourage you. I'm more concerned with your heart and your desire to be my hands and feet in this world than I am with any particular words you might have used. I am always with you. This is something you can rely on, no matter what. In every conversation, every interaction, I am there. Whether you're speaking to a friend, a stranger, or even someone who challenges you, know that I'm in the midst of it. You're never alone, my child, and you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. I am here, ready to bear that weight with you and to guide you through each and every moment. Lean into me, trust in my presence, and let that be your source of strength and confidence. Let my love be your guide. When you're unsure of what to do or say, let love be the answer. My love isn't just a warm feeling or a nice sentiment. It's active. It's powerful, and it's transformative. It's the kind of love that moves mountains, heals wounds, and brings light into the darkest places. When you let my love flow through you, it has the power to change lives, starting with your own. Don't underestimate the impact of a simple, loving response. It might seem small to you, but in my hands, it's something that can create ripples that go far beyond what you can see. Keep your eyes on me, especially when you feel overwhelmed or uncertain. It's easy to get caught up in the emotions of the moment or to let your own thoughts take over. But remember, my child, I am your source of wisdom and peace. When you keep your focus on me, everything else will fall into place. You'll find that the right words come more easily, that your heart is more attuned to the needs of others, and that you're able to respond with a calm and steady spirit. This isn't something you can force or manufacture on your own. It's the natural result of staying close to me. Remember that I am the one who does the work. You are my vessel, my channel, and I am the living water that flows through you. Don't take on the burden of trying to be everything to everyone. That's my job, and I'm more than capable of handling it. Your role is to stay open, to listen to me, and to let my spirit move through you. When you do that, you'll find that you're not just giving to others, you're also receiving from me. My love, my peace, and my joy will fill you to overflowing, and you'll experience the beauty of being used by me to bless others. So rest in that, my child, and know that I am with you always. My child, take a moment and linger here with me. Don't rush off just yet. I see how your mind is already spinning, pulling you toward the tasks of the day. But let's rein in those impulses for a bit longer. There's a sacredness in this stillness, in these quiet moments where it's just you and me. Think of it as a pause before the symphony, the calm before the storm, where you're gathering your strength. It's in this space, right now, that I'm preparing you for everything that lies ahead. Trust me, this is essential. You know how a great athlete preps before a big game? He doesn't just jump in, no matter how talented he is. He takes time, mentally gearing up, focusing, centering himself before he makes a move. And that's what I want for you too, my child. Before you start your day, before you tackle whatever comes your way, you need to be still with me. Let's get your spirit ready, your mind clear, your heart steady. Because believe me, the challenges will come. But if you've spent this time with me, you'll be ready. Here's something to remember, my child. Only I know what this day will bring. You might have plans, you might think you've got it all figured out, but I'm the one who's seen the whole picture. I've already arranged the events that'll come your way, the people you'll meet, the situations you'll face. It's all set in motion by my hand. So wouldn't it make sense to start your day with the one who knows how it all plays out? You're not going in blind when you've got me guiding you. Imagine trying to navigate a winding road in the dark without a light. You'd stumble, get lost, maybe even turn back in frustration. But if you've got a light, a clear direction, suddenly the road doesn't seem so daunting, does it? That's what I want to be for you today. Your light, your guide, showing you the way so you don't have to stumble or lose your way. Without this time together, you might start strong, but eventually you'll grow weary. The weight of the day could press down and you might lose heart. So relax with me, my child. Let's not rush this. Let's sit in the calm before you go out into the world. There's no hurry here. I'm readying you, equipping you, shaping you for whatever's ahead. This isn't wasted time. This is the most valuable part of your day. You might not see it now, but as the day unfolds, you'll notice it. You'll feel that strength, that peace, that sense of direction that only comes from starting your day with me. And don't worry about the things you have to do, the places you have to be. They'll still be there when we're done here, but you'll face them differently, stronger, calmer, more confident. Because you've taken this time, you'll walk through your day with a quiet assurance that I'm with you. You won't be easily shaken because you've anchored yourself in me. I know, my child, sometimes you feel like you need to be constantly on the move, always doing something, always achieving. But there's great power in the pause. In that stillness, there's strength. It's in the quiet moments with me that you're truly being prepared, even more than you realize. So don't see this as a delay, but as the preparation you need to face what's ahead. As we linger here together, feel my presence around you, within you, guiding you. There's nothing you can't face today, nothing that will catch you off guard, because you've taken this time with me. You're ready now, my child. You're equipped, you're centered, you're strong. Go forth with the assurance that I'm with you, every step of the way, and nothing can stand against you when you start your day in my presence. I'm never far away. Throughout the day, whenever you need to, come back to this place, this stillness. Even in the midst of the busiest moments, you can find me here. Just pause, even if it's just for a breath, and I'll be there, ready to strengthen you again. I'm always here, my child, always ready to equip you, always ready to guide you. Linger in my presence, and you'll find all you need for the journey ahead. My child, when your heart aches, when the world feels heavy, and the weight of your troubles becomes too much to bear, come to me. Don't let your sorrows fester in the shadows of your soul. Bring them into the light of my presence. I'll cradle you in my arms and soothe your pain. Just as a mother gently wipes away her child's tears, I'll ease your suffering. Know this, in your darkest moments, you are never alone. I am here, always, ready to take your burdens, to give you rest. Lean on me and let me be your comforter. And when joy bubbles up within you, when life feels like a celebration, don't keep it to yourself. Share your joy with me, and together we'll make that joy multiply. Just as sunlight makes flowers bloom more brightly, your joy shared with me grows and expands beyond what you can imagine. There is no need to keep your happiness contained. Let it spill over into my presence, where it will find even greater expression. When you allow me to be part of your joy, you'll find that it reaches new heights, new depths of fulfillment you never knew were possible. You see, my child, I am everything you need, just when you need it. There's no gap I cannot fill, no desire I cannot meet. You don't have to search high and low, trying to find something or someone to complete you. Your deepest desires, your most profound longings, they all find their true fulfillment in me. Whether it's love, peace, purpose, or belonging, I am the answer. Don't chase after what the world promises to give you, for it will leave you empty and wanting more. Come to me, and you'll find that I am more than enough. In this world, the mantra is often, look out for number one, as if self-sufficiency is the pinnacle of success. The bookstores are filled with guides on how to become self-made, how to make yourself the center of your own universe. But my child, this is a false path, a dead-end road. True fulfillment isn't found in self-sufficiency, but in dependence on me. The world tells you to rely on your own strength, but I tell you there is greater strength in surrender, in leaning on me, the source of all strength. The road I've called you to walk is indeed less traveled. It's a path of continual dependence on me, where you are not the center, but I am. And on this road, you will discover a freedom that those who cling to self-reliance will never know. It's the freedom that comes from knowing that you are not alone, that you are guided by my hand, protected by my love. It's a path that leads to true confidence, not in yourself, but in me. When you walk with me, you walk with assurance, knowing that I am your guide, your protector, your provider. The confidence you will have when you realize that you are complete in my presence. There's no need for bravado, no need to prove yourself to the world. When you know that I am with you, that I am for you, you can face anything with calm assurance. It's not about having all the answers or knowing what comes next. It's about knowing that whatever comes, I am with you, and with me by your side, you lack nothing. My presence is your strength, your shield, your ever-present help in times of trouble. Everything you need has its counterpart in me. Are you seeking peace? I am the Prince of Peace. Do you need wisdom? I am the source of all wisdom. Are you longing for love? I am love itself, perfect and unending. Whatever you are searching for, you will find it in me. There's no need to go elsewhere. no need to wander or stray. In me, you have everything you need, and more than you could ever ask or imagine. Let go of the world's empty promises. Don't be fooled by the illusion of self-sufficiency. True fulfillment isn't found in being self-made, but in being God-made, in being shaped and molded by my hands. Trust in me, lean on me, and let me be your everything. In me, you will find a peace that surpasses all understanding, a joy that overflows, a love that never fails. You are never alone. In your joy, in your pain, in every moment of your life, I am with you. I am here, ready to be your comfort, your joy, your strength. All you have to do is come to me, so come. Let me fill your heart with my love. Let me be the answer to your every need. I am here waiting with open arms. My child, as you become increasingly attuned to my presence, you'll find that your ability to discern the right path becomes sharper, almost second nature. You see, this is one of the beautiful, tangible benefits of living closely with me. It's not about tirelessly trying to figure out what lies ahead on your own, stressing over those what-if scenarios that haven't even happened yet. Instead, your focus shifts. You learn to stay in step with me, constantly communicating, so that when you do reach a fork in the road, you'll instinctively know which direction to take. It's not a guessing game, my child. It's a journey of trust. And I'm right here, guiding you every step of the way. So many of my children get caught up in the whirlwind of future plans, drowning in worries about tomorrow. They're so fixated on what might happen down the line that they miss the choices right in front of them today. It's like they're sleepwalking through life, following the same old routines without ever stopping to think. That's not living, my child. That's existing. I want more for you than just going through the motions. I want you to be awake, alive, and fully engaged in every moment. Today has enough for you to focus on without borrowing trouble from tomorrow. Trust me, I'll handle what comes next. When you're consumed with future plans, it's easy to lose sight of what's happening now. You start reacting out of habit, just doing what you've always done because it's comfortable. But comfort can be a trap. It can lull you into a false sense of security, making you miss the vibrant life I've planned for you. Don't let yourself get caught in that cycle, my child. Life isn't meant to be lived on autopilot. You weren't made to sleepwalk through your days, missing the opportunities I've placed before you. There's so much more for you when you're fully present. I am the creator of the universe, my child, and creativity is in my very nature. I didn't design you to live in the dull, monotonous ruts of routine. I made you for adventure, for exploration, for discovering new things about yourself and the world around you. If you stay close to me, I'll lead you down fresh paths that you never even knew existed. Paths that are full of wonder, joy, and yes, even challenges that will help you grow. But you'll never find those paths if you're too busy walking the same old routes. Step out of the rut, my child, and into the adventure I've prepared for you. When you keep your heart and mind tuned to my presence, you'll notice that the world starts to look different. It's like seeing everything in a new light. The ordinary becomes extraordinary, and even the smallest details of your day are infused with meaning. You'll start to see my hand in everything, guiding, shaping, and leading you. It's a beautiful way to live, my child, with your eyes wide open and your spirit in sync with mine. You won't need to worry about what's ahead because you'll know I'm already there, paving the way for you. Every choice you make today matters, my child. Don't let them slip by unnoticed. Each one is an opportunity to align yourself with my will, to draw closer to me, and to live the life I've called you to. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that the little choices don't matter, but they do. They shape your path, one step at a time. When you're in constant communication with me, those choices become clear. You won't have to guess or second-guess yourself. You'll just know. And there's a peace that comes with that kind of certainty. I know that sometimes the future can feel overwhelming. The unknown can be daunting, and it's natural to want to have everything figured out. But that's not your job, it's mine. Your job is to trust me, to stay close to me, and to follow where I lead. When you do that, the future becomes less of a burden and more of an adventure. You don't have to worry about what's around the next corner because you know that I'm already there waiting for you. So let go of the need to control everything and trust that I've got it all under control. My child, life with me is anything but boring. It's not about playing it safe or sticking to the status quo. It's about stepping out in faith, taking risks, and trusting that I'll catch you if you fall. I'm not going to leave you stuck in the same old patterns, circling the same old paths. I'm going to lead you into new places, new experiences, and new opportunities to grow. But you have to be willing to follow. You have to be willing to let go of the familiar and step into the unknown with me. And when you do, you'll find that life is so much richer, so much more fulfilling than you ever imagined. Stay in communication with me. That's where it all begins. It's in those quiet moments with me that you'll find the guidance you need, the peace you crave, and the strength to keep going. Don't let the noise of the world drown out my voice. Make time to listen, to really listen. And you'll find that I'm speaking to you all the time. Whether it's through a thought, a feeling, or something you see or hear, I'm always trying to guide you. But you have to be tuned in, so stay close, stay connected, and you'll never lose your way. Remember that I'm always with you. You're never alone, never without guidance, never without hope. I'm walking this path with you, step by step, moment by moment. And as long as you stay in communication with me, you'll never have to wonder which way to go. I'll show you, I'll lead you, and together we'll walk the paths of life with joy, with purpose, and with a sense of adventure that only comes from living close to me. So take my hand, my child, and let's see where the journey takes us. My child, don't expect to find fairness in this world. It's a harsh reality, I know. Life will toss you around and people will wound you in ways you don't deserve. When you're treated unfairly, don't let your heart get tangled up in bitterness. Instead, see these moments as chances to grow in grace, like flowers blossoming through cracks in the pavement. I want you to stretch yourself, to forgive those who've hurt you faster than you think possible. Let go of the desire to set the record straight, to prove yourself. That's not where your peace lies. Your worth doesn't hinge on what others think of you. It's anchored in me. You might get caught up in trying to control how people perceive you, but I need you to shift your focus. Look at me. I'm the one who sees you for who you truly are. Their opinions will change with the wind, but my view of you is steady as a rock. I'm the one who matters, my child. So when others' words sting or when they misunderstand you, remind yourself that I see you through eyes of love. I see your heart, your intentions, your struggles, and I'm not swayed by the noise of this world. I've clothed you in righteousness and holiness, garments that shimmer with the brilliance of my love. I've wrapped you up in these radiant clothes, bought at a price so high, a cost beyond measure. My blood. It's not fair, I know. It's beyond fair. It's grace, pure, unearned, and lavish. When you wear these garments, you're not just covered, you're transformed. My child, this is how I see you every moment of every day, clothed in my righteousness, shining with a beauty that this world can't comprehend. So when life knocks you down and the unfairness feels overwhelming, don't lose sight of the bigger picture. My ways are not like theirs. They might be cruel, cold, and calculating, but my ways, they're filled with peace, dripping with love. I've poured out my spirit into your heart, saturating it with my peace and love, so that even when others treat you unjustly, you'll have a reservoir of strength to draw from. My spirit will remind you of who you are and who I am, grounding you in a reality far deeper than what the eyes can see. And when you're struggling to forgive, when the hurt feels too big to bear, come to me. I know what it's like to be wronged, to be misunderstood, to suffer at the hands of those who should have known better. I was there too, nailed to that cross for sins I didn't commit, for crimes I never knew. But I bore it all because of love, because of you. So when the weight of unfairness presses down on you, let it push you closer to me. Let it be the thing that drives you into my arms, where you'll find the strength to forgive, to release, to heal. Don't let your heart get hardened, my child. The world might be unfair, but don't let it make you bitter. Keep your heart soft, pliable in my hands. Let me shape it, mold it, even through the pain. I'm not just watching from afar. I'm right there with you, feeling every sting, every slight. And I'm working, even in those dark moments, to bring about something beautiful in you. Trust that I'm weaving together every thread, even the painful ones, into a tapestry of grace and glory. You see, the unfairness of this world is temporary, but my love for you, it's eternal. The hurts, the slights, the injustices, they'll all fade away in time, but my love will never fade. It's a constant, an anchor, a safe harbor in the storm. So when you're tempted to fight back, to defend yourself, to lash out, pause. Take a deep breath and remember that you're held by a love that's bigger than any hurt, stronger than any injustice. Let that love be your guide, your comfort, your strength. And know this, I see every tear you've cried, every wound you've nursed in secret. None of it has gone unnoticed by me. I'm collecting those tears, storing them up, and I promise you, there's a day coming when I'll wipe them all away. Every wrong will be made right. Every hurt will be healed. And you'll see with your own eyes the beauty I've been working in your life. Until that day, lean into me. Let my peace flood your soul. Let my love be the balm that soothes your wounds. And trust that I'm holding you every step of the way. Remember that I am for you, not against you. I'm in your corner, cheering you on, even when the world seems to be against you. My ways with you are better than fair. They're good, they're kind, they're full of hope and a future. So keep your eyes on me, and don't let the unfairness of this world steal your joy. You're mine, and that means you're loved, you're cherished, and you're never alone. My child, listen closely. I am with you always, more present than the air you breathe, more real than the ground beneath your feet. When your heart is weary and your mind is racing, know that I am here, steady and unwavering. You might not always feel my presence, but it's there, ringing out like the toll of heaven's bells, a constant reminder that you are never alone. You don't need to strain to find me. I am woven into the very fabric of your life, in your highest joys and deepest sorrows. My hand is upon you, guiding, comforting, and leading you forward. Trust in this, my child, for it is the truth that will anchor you when the world feels like it's spinning out of control. How often you allow the noise of the world to drown out my voice. It's so easy, isn't it, to get caught up in the whirlwind of daily life? The rush, the responsibilities, the constant barrage of information, it all conspires to pull you away from the quiet places where I speak to you. But know this, I am not found in the chaos. My voice is not in the earthquake, nor in the fire, but in the still, small whisper that calls to you from the depths of your being. To hear me, you must learn to quiet your mind, to step away from the madness and into the sanctuary of silence where my words can reach you. In this quiet, you will find me waiting. I don't hide from you. I long to be found. But like a treasure hidden in a field, you must search for me with all your heart. Begin by finding a place of peace where the world's clamor fades and you can focus solely on me. As you sit in that stillness, don't worry if your mind wanders at first. That's normal. Just gently bring your thoughts back to me, like a shepherd guiding his sheep. In time, you'll find that this stillness becomes a natural part of you, a space within where we can always meet, no matter where you are or what you're doing. You see, as you grow in this practice, the quietness will follow you. You'll carry it with you into the hustle and bustle of life, like a secret garden in your soul where we can commune. Even in the busiest of days, you'll find that you can slip into this place of peace, hearing my voice above the din of the world. It's a skill, like learning to play an instrument or speak a new language. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Soon, you'll notice that my voice is with you always, guiding you in decisions big and small, comforting you in times of trouble, and rejoicing with you in moments of triumph. When you do step back into the noise of life, don't lose heart if you struggle to hear me at first. It's natural to be overwhelmed by the world's demands, but remember, I am with you, my child, always. It's like trying to hear a distant melody in the middle of a crowded room. It's there, you just have to tune your ears to it. The more you practice, the more attuned you'll become, until my voice is as clear to you as the sun in the sky or the stars at night. You'll learn to recognize it, not just in the moments of quiet prayer, but in the everyday sounds of life, the laughter of a child, the rustle of leaves, the gentle whisper of the wind. My beloved child, how I long for you to hear those glorious bells, the sound of heaven rejoicing in our connection. Each time you turn your heart toward me, they ring out, celebrating the bond we share. These bells are not just a distant promise of something to come, but a present reality, a reminder that I am with you in this very moment and in every moment to come. When doubts assail you, when fears creep in, listen for them and let them remind you of my unfailing love and presence. Don't be discouraged if you don't always hear them. Some people go their whole lives without noticing the sound, their minds too earthbound, their hearts closed off to my presence. But you, my dear one, have already begun the journey. Every time you seek me, every time you quiet your heart and listen, you are drawing closer to me. It's a lifelong journey, this learning to hear my voice, and it's filled with moments of discovery and growth. Don't rush it. Let it unfold naturally, with patience and trust. Remember that I am the shepherd, and you are my sheep. Just as a shepherd knows each of his sheep by name, so I know you, your fears, your hopes, your dreams. I call out to you not in a booming voice that demands attention, but in a gentle, loving whisper that beckons you closer. I lead you beside still waters, restoring your soul, guiding you on paths of righteousness. And even when you walk through the darkest valleys, I am with you, my rod and my staff comforting you. Trust in this, my child, and let my voice be the light that guides you. In the end, it's all about relationship. I don't want you to just know about me. I want you to know me deeply, personally. I want you to experience the fullness of my love, to walk with me every day in every moment. This isn't just for the rare mountaintop experiences, but for the everyday, ordinary moments of life. I am with you when you wake up in the morning, when you go about your daily tasks, when you lay your head down at night. My presence is a constant, comforting reality, a source of strength and peace that never wavers. Let go of the distractions and the doubts. Come to me in the quiet, and let us walk together. Let my voice be the melody that fills your heart, the song that guides your steps. In this way, you will come to know the truth that I have been speaking to you all along. I am with you, I am with you, I am with you, now and forevermore. My child, embrace the strength that I offer you in the warmth of my presence. Don't shy away from your own limitations. They are not something that separates you from me. Quite the opposite. Your weaknesses are like magnets, pulling my power toward you. When you bring your brokenness to me, I don't turn away. I am the light that fills the darkest corners of your heart. When you feel like you're falling apart, that's exactly when I'm most ready to hold you together. There's no need to hide your struggles from me. They are the very reason I am here, ready to pour my love into every crevice of your need. Stop beating yourself up over needing me all the time. It's not a flaw, it's a testament to the depth of our relationship. When you come to me with your hands empty, I'm able to fill them with the abundance of my grace. It's okay to feel like you can't do it on your own. That's the point. When you acknowledge your neediness, you make room for me to work in your life. Don't carry the burden of self-condemnation when you feel helpless. Instead, bring it to me. I am your refuge, the one who knows your every thought, and I'm always eager to meet you right where you are. I know that life doesn't always go smoothly, and there are times when the road ahead seems impossibly rough. But I want you to understand that it's in those moments, when the going gets tough, that your true strength is revealed. Not the kind of strength that comes from your own efforts, but the strength that flows from me. When you face challenges, don't rebel or whine. Instead, take a deep breath and trust me. It's easy to thank me when life is good, but it takes real courage to thank me in the midst of trials. This kind of gratitude is powerful. It shifts your focus from the storm to the one who can calm it. Yielding to my will isn't about giving up or resigning yourself to a tough situation. It's about trust. It's about recognizing that I see the bigger picture, even when you can't. I know it's not always easy to surrender, especially when you're facing hardships. But when you yield to me, you're choosing to believe that I have your best interests at heart. This trust is where your true strength lies. It's not in fighting against the waves, but in letting me guide you through them. In the quietness of your heart, where trust dwells, you will find a strength that surpasses all understanding. When you're tempted to let fear or frustration take over, remember that I am with you. You're not alone in your struggles. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to draw closer to me. Don't let the enemy whisper lies into your ear, telling you that you're too weak or too far gone. I am here, always ready to pour my love and strength into you. Your heart is precious to me, and when you yield it to me, I can do miraculous things through you. The world may see weakness, but I see potential. I see a child of mine growing stronger in my light every day. I know that sometimes you might feel like you're on the verge of breaking, but take heart. Those moments are when my power is most evident. I don't expect you to carry your burdens alone. Come to me with your heavy heart, and I will give you rest. When you feel like you're at the end of your rope, that's when I'm ready to take over. Don't be afraid to lean on me, to trust that I'm working, even when you can't see it. Let go of the need to control every outcome and rest in the knowledge that I am sovereign. I've got you, my child, and I'm not letting go. Trust is a precious thing, my child, and it's something that grows over time. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. I'm patient with you, just as I want you to be patient with yourself. There's no rush in this journey of faith. Take it one step at a time and let me lead the way. When you feel lost, I will guide you. When you feel overwhelmed, I will calm your spirit. You don't have to pretend to be strong all the time. Your vulnerability is safe with me, and I will never take advantage of it. In fact, it's in those moments of weakness that my strength is made perfect. You may wonder why I allow certain hardships to come your way. It's not because I want you to suffer, but because I want you to grow. Every trial is an opportunity to deepen your trust in me. When you yield to my will, even when it doesn't make sense, you're choosing to believe that I am good and that I have a purpose for everything you face. This kind of trust doesn't come easily, and I understand that. But I'm here to walk with you every step of the way. I'm here to help you cultivate a heart that is fully yielded to me, a heart that finds strength in quietness and trust. Never forget that you are loved, deeply, unconditionally, and eternally. My love for you isn't based on your performance or your ability to stay strong. It's based on who you are, my precious child. When you stumble, I am here to catch you. When you fail, I am here to lift you up. You don't have to earn my love. It's freely given. So rest in that love and let it be the foundation of your life. When you feel overwhelmed, come back to this truth. I love you, and I am with you, always. And in that love, you will find all the strength you need. My child, every time something doesn't go your way, remember to turn to me. Instead of getting upset or discouraged, use those moments as a chance to talk to me. Yeah, it may seem like life's just throwing you curveballs, but let's flip that script. When you shift your focus to me in those moments, something beautiful happens. You draw closer to me, and our connection deepens. It's like every time the world says no to you, you have a chance to hear me say, I'm here with you. We'll turn those missed opportunities into moments of grace. So instead of sinking into disappointment, you'll find strength and comfort in my presence. Trust me, my child. I know it's easy to let little things chip away at your peace. But what if you saw those moments differently? What if, instead of feeling frustrated, you saw them as a nudge to talk to me? Those small setbacks, they're like little taps on your shoulder, reminders to lean into me. Let me lift the weight off your shoulders. The world wants to pull you down with every inconvenience, but with me, you'll rise above. You'll start seeing even the smallest troubles as chances to grow and learn. And over time, the sting of those everyday annoyances will fade. replaced by a quiet joy that only comes from walking closely with me. I'm not saying it's easy. I get it. Life can be tough, and disappointment can feel like a punch in the gut. But here's the thing, my child, when you let those disappointments push you towards me, they lose their power to hurt you. Instead of dragging you into a pit of frustration or sadness, they become stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to the peace and joy that I offer. You'll find that what once felt like a burden now feels more like a blessing in disguise. You'll be surprised how much lighter life feels when you let me carry your worries. I promise, the more you practice this, the more you'll see setbacks as opportunities for something good. I know it's tempting to dwell on what could have been or what you've lost, but when you bring those thoughts to me, I'll help you see things differently. I'll help you reframe those moments, so instead of feeling like you've missed out, you'll start to see what you've gained. Yeah, it takes time and effort, but isn't that true of anything worth having? With each disappointment, you have a choice. Let it pull you away from me, or let it pull you closer. And my child, I'll always be here, ready to turn your losses into something beautiful if you'll let me. Think about it like this. When life doesn't go as planned, it's like you're on a detour. And sure, detours can be frustrating, but they also give you a chance to see things you wouldn't have seen otherwise. Maybe the road you were on wasn't the best path for you, but you didn't know it. I did. And by redirecting you, I'm guiding you to something better. The world might tell you that you've been sidetracked, but I'm telling you that you're right where you need to be. Trust in my timing, my child. Even when it feels like everything's going wrong, I'm still working things out for your good. And here's the kicker. When you start to see things this way, you'll find a joy that doesn't make sense to the world. It's a joy that comes from knowing I'm with you, even in the mess of life. You'll start to smile in the face of adversity, not because you're ignoring the pain, but because you know that I'm turning that pain into something meaningful. It's not about pretending everything's okay. It's about knowing that, with me, everything will be okay in the end. And that, my child, is a joy that nothing in this world can take away from you. So start small. Practice this in the little disappointments that come your way every day. When you miss the bus, when plans fall through, when someone lets you down, pause, take a deep breath and turn to me. Tell me how you feel. Let's talk it out. I'm not just here for the big stuff. I care about the little things too. They might seem insignificant, but I know how those small frustrations can add up. Don't carry them alone. Share them with me and watch how they lose their power over you. Over time, as you make this a habit, you'll find that you're more resilient, more at peace. The things that used to get under your skin won't bother you as much anymore. You'll start to see the world differently. And then, when the bigger challenges come, and they will come, you'll be ready. You'll have the strength and perspective to face them head on, knowing that I'm right there with you. My child, I've got your back, always. This isn't something you have to master overnight. It's a journey, a process of learning and growing, and I'm with you every step of the way. Just keep coming back to me again and again, and together we'll turn your disappointments into something beautiful. You'll find that what you once considered a setback was really a setup for something greater. You'll see that, in my hands, even the most frustrating moments can be transformed into opportunities for growth, for joy, for connection. So don't give up. Don't let the world's disappointments pull you away from me. Instead, use them as a reminder to draw closer. Every no you hear is a chance to listen for my yes. Every closed door is an invitation to seek the path I've prepared for you. And I promise, that path, though it may be winding and unexpected, will lead you to a place of peace, joy, and fulfillment that you can't even imagine right now. So trust me, my child. Let's walk this journey together, and you'll see how every disappointment can be turned into a blessing. My child, as you step into this day, I invite you to walk alongside me, trusting in my guidance with every breath you take. I see the burden of your thoughts, the way you wonder how you'll manage all that lies ahead. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of what-ifs and how-tos. But let me remind you, Your journey through today is meant to be taken one step at a time. No need to rush or worry about the distant future. I'm here with you now, in this very moment. So instead of rehearsing every possible outcome in your mind, keep your focus on my presence. I'm not just a bystander. I'm your shepherd, guiding you, leading you through every twist and turn. When the demands of your day seem overwhelming, don't fret. The more challenges you face, the more of my strength you can draw from. Think of this as a chance to deepen your dependence on me, a time to really lean into the relationship we share. I designed you for this, not to struggle alone, but to find your way with me at your side every step of the way. It's in these moments, when life feels like it's asking too much of you, that you'll discover just how much I'm willing to give. I'm not just talking about physical strength, though I'll supply that too. I'm talking about the peace that comes from knowing you're never alone. When uncertainty clouds your path and you find yourself unsure of which way to go, don't rush ahead. Pause. Wait on me. I know the way forward, even when you don't. It's okay not to have all the answers right now. Trust that I do. When the road ahead seems unclear, that's your cue to stop and look to me. I'll open the way before you, in my timing, not yours. It's a lesson in patience, yes, but more than that, it's a lesson in trust. Trust that I've got you, that I won't let you stumble. Trust that I'm working things out, even when you can't see the full picture yet. I know it's not always easy to wait. You want to move, to do something, to solve the problems you're facing. But sometimes, the best action you can take is to be still and let me work. That doesn't mean you're powerless. It means you're wise enough to recognize where true power lies, in me. So when you feel the urge to push ahead, take a deep breath and ask me to show you the next step. I won't leave you hanging, I promise. I'll guide you one small step at a time toward the path I've prepared for you. And in that process, I'll also give you something you can't find anywhere else: my peace. My peace isn't like the peace the world offers. It's not just an absence of conflict or a momentary calm. My peace is deep, lasting, and rooted in the knowledge that I'm in control. It's the kind of peace that can steady you even when everything around you feels chaotic. It's a peace that goes beyond understanding, a peace that will guard your heart and mind as you walk through this day. And the best part? This peace is my gift to you. You don't have to earn it, and you can't lose it as long as you stay close to me. As you navigate the challenges of today, remember that you're not walking alone. I'm with you every step of the way, offering you strength and peace. I designed you for this journey, and I equipped you with everything you need to make it through. When you feel weary, lean on me. When you feel anxious, look to me. I'll be there, ready to help, ready to guide, ready to carry you if need be. You don't have to do this on your own. In fact, I never intended for you to. Let go of the need to control every outcome. Release the tension that comes from trying to figure it all out. Instead, take a moment to breathe in my presence, to feel my peace filling you up from the inside out. This is where true strength comes from, not from your own efforts, but from your connection to me. So stay close, my child. Let me be your strength, your guide, your peace. Let me show you the way step by step, moment by moment, and trust that as you do, you'll not only get through this day, you'll thrive. In those moments when the pressure mounts, when you feel like you're being pulled in 1,000 different directions, remember, you don't have to have it all figured out. That's not your job. Your job is to stay connected to me, to trust that I'm handling the big picture. And I am. Every detail, every concern, every need, you can leave it with me. I'm already on it, working things out in ways you can't even begin to imagine. So let go of the stress and hold on to me instead. As you move forward, keep your eyes on me. Don't get lost in the noise of the world around you. Don't let fear or doubt drown out my voice. I'm speaking to you, guiding you, offering you my peace and my presence. And that's all you really need. Because when you have me, you have everything. So take my hand, my child, and let's walk through this day together. We've got this. My child, I want you to know something important. You see, when it comes to our relationship, There's no distance too great or barrier too strong. I'm right here, as close to you as you let me be, and I've set up no walls between us. If you put up barriers, it's only you who can take them down. Sometimes you might think that your surroundings and situations are the true measure of your happiness, and you work hard to control every little thing around you. You get caught up in the roller coaster of life's ups and downs, thinking that the state of your world dictates how you feel. But let me tell you a little secret. There's a different way to live. Life's twists and turns are unpredictable, and it's easy to fall into the trap of tying your joy to the whims of circumstance. When things are good, you're on top of the world, and when things don't go as planned, you're down in the dumps. It's a common cycle, and many fall into it without a second thought. But my child, I'm inviting you to step outside this cycle. Imagine, if you will, living with a constant, unwavering peace, no matter what life throws your way. That's the kind of life I want for you. Instead of anchoring your joy to the ever-changing tides of your circumstances, why not anchor it to something more stable, more secure? Put your trust in me and find delight in my presence. It's a different kind of joy, a deep, abiding joy that doesn't fluctuate with the ups and downs of life. When you connect your happiness to my promises, rather than the shifting sands of your situation, you'll discover a new level of contentment. It's a wellspring of joy that remains unshaken, no matter what storms come your way. You might wonder, how can I achieve this? Well, it starts with trust. Trust that I am with you in every moment, whether you're facing triumphs or trials. My promises are not just words. They are the bedrock upon which you can build your life. I am with you, watching over you with a vigilance that never falters. Wherever you go, I go with you, providing guidance, protection, and unwavering support. So when you feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, remember, I am right there beside you. And let's talk about needs. I know what you need, and I promise to meet them according to my glorious riches. It's not just about providing the basics. It's about meeting every need, emotional, spiritual, and physical, in a way that's abundant and full of grace. Trusting me with your needs means you don't have to carry the burden of figuring everything out on your own. I've got it covered, and my provision is always perfect, coming at just the right time and in just the right way. Imagine living with a heart so full of trust that circumstances no longer have the power to steal your joy. Think of how freeing that would be. It's like sailing on a steady course, no matter how stormy the seas get. You wouldn't be tossed around by every wave of circumstance. Instead, you'd be anchored by the steady, unchanging promise of my presence and provision. I know it's easier said than done, and there will be days when doubts creep in. But when you find yourself struggling, return to my promises. Let them be a balm to your soul. When you face a setback, remind yourself of my unwavering love and commitment to you. My promises are not idle words. They are the truth you can stand on. They're like a lighthouse guiding you through the foggy, turbulent waters of life. You see, it's about perspective. When you shift your focus from the shifting sands of circumstance to the rock-solid foundation of my promises, you'll find a profound sense of peace. Life may still have its challenges, but you'll face them with a confidence that comes from knowing you're not alone. I'm right there with you, every step of the way, and nothing can change that. In the end, it's all about relationship. I desire to be close to you, not just in good times, but in every moment of your life. Let your joy be a reflection of our connection, not the fleeting highs and lows of your circumstances. Embrace the joy of my presence and let it fill you up. You'll find that this joy is more satisfying and enduring than anything else you could ever chase after. So, my child, let go of the need to control every detail of your life. Embrace the freedom that comes with trusting in me. Remember, I am with you, I am watching over you, and I am meeting all your needs according to my glorious riches. That's a promise you can hold on to with all your heart, no matter where life's journey takes you. Amen.